Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Finally, I'm actually recording a video. It's been a while since I recorded a video. I have been very busy and I've been sick, so the schedule just wasn't working for me, and I'm trying so hard to get back into the rhythm of things. Hopefully I can pick up where I left off, which is one video a week. Fingers crossed. But today I'm going to be doing a review on a foundation, so if you would like to see what my thoughts of it, please keep watching. Alright, so the foundation I'm going to be talking about today and reviewing is the Australis Full On Full Coverage Foundation. This foundation has been around for a while now. I've only just jumped in the bandwagon, and honestly I don't know why I haven't done it when it came out, to be fair. Anyway, so this foundation is a tube, so it's a stick foundation, which is ideal for traveling and for those who does not want to damage their bags from foundation spillage. Anyway, so this is the packaging. It tells you exactly what the color is underneath and all other information, where it was developed and all of that jazz. The name was at the front. It's pretty simple. I don't have any issues with the packaging. It's practically like a bigger version of a lipstick, if you think of it like that. So it does contain a lot of product, so a reasonable amount of product in the tube, so that's pretty good. And it doesn't click or anything, but it does slide in, so it's sort of like secure. It's not going to come off in your bag. They're not like loose or anything. It actually does tightly closes itself there. And it does have a few shades, but I feel like it doesn't have enough to cover every single one. I feel like if you're a certain shade, you might have to mix two shades to get the perfect color. That's probably the only thing that I have a cons about this foundation. Otherwise, so far so good. Like I said, I've had this for 2 months, so I know exactly how this wears throughout the day, during work time, cold weather, hot weather. This foundation says it does have SPF 30, so it's good coverage, especially if you don't want to get sun damage on your face. However, I do highly suggest still wear SPF though underneath your foundation, or mix it with your moisturizer to protect your skin a little bit more. Don't always rely on foundation. So any SPF does cause a flashback. I have taken a photo of this. It's not so bad, but I haven't taken like an actual photo at night time to see what it looks like. So I would say it's okay, but I've been using like powder on top of it that doesn't actually have flashback. So depending on what powder you actually set it with, then it sort of neutralizes the flashback, if that makes any sense. So if you buy a foundation that has SPF but you use a powder that doesn't have one, and you actually, if you're like me, I cake it on, then obviously it's gonna sort of create a barrier in between, and it doesn't cause as much flashback as if you were just using it by yourself. It does say heavy coverage. It doesn't feel heavy at all. Like, I can layer this about 2 layers probably, and it still doesn't feel cakey at all, which is one thing I like about it. It doesn't actually say exactly what it sort of promises when you actually use the foundation, but I have a combination skin, so I have dry cheeks and I get oily on the T-zone majority of the time when it gets really hot, or if I wear foundation all day, majority of the oiliness actually comes through in the middle section, which is what we call T-zone. So this foundation throughout the day it sort of give you a dewy look. Like right now I'm wearing it today. You might want to work with it slightly faster than normal, because the stick foundation, you don't want to leave it there because otherwise it's going to be hard to blend. But really what I do is actually apply it a few streaks on the area of my face, and then blend it with a top kabuki brush, and then a sponge to actually just make sure I remove any harsh line from the brush. Coverage wise, it does cover. For me, I would probably go medium coverage. I wouldn't say it's a full coverage for me anyway. I don't have a lot to actually cover, except I do have some pigmentation around the chin area. Like you can see some slight veins around the chin area. It does cover it well, but I can still see it, so I wouldn't, it's probably medium slightly to full, but not to the fullest, if that makes any sense, which is a good thing because it means that it's not going to be too cakey. I actually tried it without using any setting spray on the face, and it actually sets on nicely. It lasts all day. The only thing that I have issues with is my oil around the T-zone area still comes through, so it means this foundation may not be ideal for those who are very oily. Perfect for maybe the winter season if you're oily, because then that way you don't produce too much oil. You normally more are dehydrated or dry. But if you are oily, highly suggest this on the winter season, but not so much in the summer months, just because it will actually make you oily. For the dry skin girls, on the other hand, perfect for summer if you wanted like a full coverage and a little bit dewy, but it's definitely not drying at all. It feels light on the skin and it actually looks absolutely gorgeous. Powder sits on it quite well and quite nicely. It does transfer though, just be aware of that. Then that could be just a powder I put on top of it as well. So yeah. Would I recommend this product? Absolutely yes. It is different with different people though, be aware of that. So if I like it, doesn't mean you may like it the same way that I do. Try it. It is very affordable. I found that it's a lot cheaper in Australia, obviously. So if I go to Australia, I definitely normally stock up on my Australis products. But if you're in New Zealand, they are reasonably priced. They're like it's under $25 pretty much. And it lasts you a long time. And again, great for traveling. All I can say is I really like it. I highly recommend it. Probably if you're oily, definitely careful. Oil can still peek through, probably won't make you matte for the longest day. But other than that, for dry skin, I can still say that you can use it. It's not drying, it's not going to cause some flaking or anything, it's not going to show any obvious lines. I've got smile lines around this area here. It doesn't accentuate those too much unless you actually cake up on those areas, but that depends on how you apply your foundation. But I definitely would recommend buying this foundation or at least trying it if you're looking for something affordable. I will show you a zoom in of my skin right now so you can actually see what it looks like in person using the natural light, and honestly it looks natural. It doesn't look cakey at all. So it's definitely a good foundation for those who like light foundation and full coverage foundation. So you can build it up to a fuller coverage, maybe not to the fullest coverage, not for me anyway. It could go from medium to full, or you can keep it light by applying a thin amount of layer and just blend it over the skin to give you a nice finish. But yeah, that's pretty much all I can say about this foundation. If you have any questions, please do let me know. I will try answer them the best that I can. And thank you so much for watching, and until next time, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!